What's difficult when you know someone's lying to you is that there are far many options, now on the table. So if you said something to me and I know it's false, then I think, well, what is the truth? Then there's a spectrum of things that might be true.
Right.
So the question is then, okay, well, if they're lying to us, where do I go to get what's actually happening?
Right.
And I think this is why there's such a vast array of conservative media with different opinions and theories, because we don't know what the truth is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And,
so
in each different little area, it requires a lot of expertise to get to the truth. And so I can answer one of your questions right there. If you want to know reliable information about sexual issues, you come to the Ruth Institute, because if we put it out there, it's because we've studied it. And so we have a whole variety of some studies we've conducted ourselves, because I have a house sociologist working for me now, Father Paul Sullins, who's done extremely important and original work on a lot of these questions. And then we, compile research that other people have done. And I interview experts. I have my own little video podcast, The Dr. J Show, and I'll interview people and, get them on record about their research and that kind of thing.
Let's put a link to that, Neil, The Dr. J Show, and the links people can subscribe to your channel.
Yeah. So, but the point is that to support your original point, it takes a lot to do that well, right? You don't want to shoot from the hip. Mm-hmm. You don't want to make stuff up. You want to say, this is what we know, this is what we don't know. I know enough to know that what you just said wasn't true, but the big picture of what actually is true.
Wanting to have that epistemic humility to say, I'm not necessarily sure, because we all crave certainty.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
And so we are likely, if we think you're lying, to jump on any bandwagon that accuses you of that lie, no matter what that person says.
Right.
The other thing I find interesting is, just like the modern left mainstream media has made a meme out of racism, when you start saying mathematics is racism, success is racism, homeschooling, I'm like, you've made a mockery of something that's legitimately evil.
Right.
Same thing with the several words you just said: research papers, experts, doctors. It's like, I don't even know what that means anymore.
Right. That's right.
So I'm not saying that we can't arrive at certain truths based on scientific studies, be they sociological or otherwise, but it's just to say we've so degraded those terms that when I come to someone who disagrees with me and say, look at the research,
they have every right to say,
multiple choice. Or maybe there's another research that debunks your research.
Right. And when people create, I just call it junk science is the mean term for it, but advocacy research, right? And they put it out there, and this headline goes all around the world. You look at it and you go, that can't be correct. Okay, the headline's gone all around the world. By the time you open up the paper, read the paper, figure out what was wrong with it, and then explain it, the damage is done, right? I mean, the impression has been created. Yep. And that's a kind of work that I started doing, way long ago. Prop 8, I was doing that all the time. People would, I get an email first thing in the morning, Dr. Morse, did you see this study? And I'm like, no, let me look. So debunking research has been something that we've done for a while, and now with Father Sullins on the staff, he's primo.
It does seem to me, I don't know what you want to call the left, the woke.
I don't use the term left, but
what
anyway.
term would you like to use?
I just call them the sexual revolutionaries.
Okay. It is interesting that most things revolve around that, isn't it? When we refer to the left and what's so insane about them, it's not that they're against insider trading or terrorism. They seem to be against Christianity.
Traditional Christian sexual morality. That's what they're against. I mean, that batch of people.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.